Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good evening. Welcome to Witness with Waheed again, and greetings to all of you. May God bless you and make your evening as good as it is. I have with me somebody that I personally have been longing to meet for a very, very long time, and I'm sure you have been as well. A man who needs no introduction whatsoever. Therefore, as usual, I will not introduce the gentleman to you, because that will be like the traditional saying of selling dates to Basra. So without further ado, allow me to present to you my greatest respected, I call him my teacher, my brother, Dr. Zakir Naik. Welcome to the Maldives, a 100% Muslim country in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and now that you know that. But more so, welcome to the hearts of the population of the Maldives. I must say this to you.
Alhamdulillah, it's my pleasure to be in Maldives. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam to you. And we all know that you're a famous da'i, and we respect you for that, and we love you for that. But I also know that you're a medical doctor. Why did you choose the profession, the very lucrative profession of a medical doctor? Why did you leave that aside and choose the profession, if I can use that word, of being a da'i?
Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmeen, amma ba'd. The reason that I chose to be a medical doctor initially was because I thought it was the best profession to serve humanity. And alhamdulillah, a medical doctor is a good profession. But when I found a better profession, as Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Fussilat, chapter 41, verse number 33, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا قَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Who is better in speech than one who invites the people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and works righteousness and says that I'm a Muslim. So when I found a better profession, I changed from a doctor of a body to a doctor of a soul. So when I found that, when I have to treat the patient who are sick in body, I have to get pleasure. But when I found that treating a patient's faith and iman and getting him closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, I got multiple times more pleasure, and that's a greater reward than treating the body. That is the reason I changed from a doctor of a body, doctor of a soul.
Does the human being need a lot when it comes to the soul?
Yes, of course, alhamdulillah. If you really want to know the purpose of life, the real peace, the real pleasure of life can only be attained if you find peace in soul. And that is the reason Islam comes from the root word salam, which means peace.
You can have any amount of wealth, but still have a lot of darkness in your soul, and your life would be hell on earth. Is that what you're saying?
Wealth is not what can get you pleasure. People have a misconception that a person who's wealthy, he may be the happiest man in the world. To a certain extent, you can get certain luxury, but the peace of mind and peace of soul cannot be bought with wealth.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. This is so nice. Now, when you say that you found this to be a better profession, are you saying that this is an area that all of us should look at?
Yes, in fact, it's compulsory for every Muslim.
That would be my next question, in fact. Is da'wah an obligation?
Yes, it's compulsory for every Muslim. He should do da'wah. According to the verse of the Quran of Surah Al-Asr, chapter number 103, verse number 1 to 3, it gives the criteria for a person to enter Jannah. It says, Wal Asr, Inna al-insana fi khusr, illa allazina amanu, wa amilu salihati, wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. That by the token of time, man is verily in a state of loss, except those who have faith, those who have righteous deed, those who exhort people to truth, that is to dawah, and those who exhort people to patience and perseverance. For any human being to go to Jannah, minimum 4 criteria are required. That's iman, righteous deed, exhorting people to truth, that is dawah, exhorting people to patience and perseverance. If any one out of these 4 are missing, under normal circumstances, that human being can't go to paradise. Only praying, only zakat, only hajj will not take you to paradise. All 4 are equally important: iman, righteous deed, dawah, and exhorting people to patience and perseverance. If anyone is missing, under normal circumstances, the person can't go to Jannah. If Allah wants to forgive you and put you in Jannah, that is different. But under normal circumstances, all 4 are equally important for going to Jannah.
I see. I also have here Surah An-Nisa, verse 125. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Yes. Am I right? I mean, I'm not very educated in this area. It goes like, invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and fair preaching, and argue with them in a way that is better.
That's the verse of the Quran from Surah Nahl, chapter number 16, verse 125.
I see. Okay.
Surah Nisa 124 is something else. I thought you were referring to that.
Oh,
but this is Surah Nahl.
I see.
Chapter 16.
Nisa 125, what is that?
Nisa 124 and 125 says that if any of the human being, be it a male or a female, do good deeds, they shall go to Jannah.
I see.
124, and then goes to 124.
Oh, that's the going to Jannah bit. Yes, I got mixed up there. So sorry about that. But as I keep saying, you're my teacher. Please educate me.
No. We all brothers, mashallah.
So
I consider myself to be a student of comparative religion.
Oh, well, thank you so much. For people like me, and for people like in our audience, is there somebody who should not practice dawah?
In fact, it's compulsory for every Muslim to do dawah. And our beloved Prophet Muhammad said, it's Hadith of Sahih Bukhari, that ballighu anni walau ayah. Propagate even if you know one verse. Even if you know one verse about Islam, it's your duty, you should convey to those who are not aware of it. You don't have to become a great scholar or wait till you become like Sheikh Ahmad Didat and then start propagating. Whatever you know, as long as you know it correctly. If
so
you know
I don't have to become as knowledgeable as Brother Zakir Naik to go out there.
I don't consider myself to be knowledgeable. I don't consider myself to be knowledgeable.
Opinion differs on that one between you and I. So that means I can also go out.
Yes, but whatever you know well, as long as you know that thing. For example, every Muslim knows there's one God, there's one last one. At least convey that message. Okay. You may not be that well versed or that efficient, whatever Allah has given you the capacity, it's your duty to convey to those who are not aware of it.
So what you're saying here is, if I'm not sure about something, then I should not spread that message.
If you're not sure of it, of course not. But every Muslim is at least sure of a few things.
Yes.
He at least know there's one God, he at least knows Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the final messenger. At least start with that.
Okay.
And the moment you start doing dawah, Allah gives you more knowledge. And mashallah, then you continue.
But then wouldn't there be the general opinion that if I go out there and tell someone that, look here, this is what I believe is the right way, and this is what I know about Islam, and wouldn't there be the possibility of people telling me that, look here, what do you know? You're not qualified.
Fine.
How do you deal with that?
So, see, for example, myself, in terms of qualification, I'm a medical doctor.
Yes.
I have not passed from any Darul Uloom.
You have not?
Not passed from any Darul Uloom. I'm not Hafizul Quran. It is just, I've studied at home. I was inspired by Sheikh Ahmad Didat.
Yes.
Who himself has not been attached to any Darul Uloom. Fine, so now getting in the field of dawah, but whatever I say, I give reference from the Quran and Sahih Hadith. If you go back at the time of the Sahabas did not go to Islamic schools. They learned from meeting different scholars, they learned from meeting different people with different knowledge. And as you keep on gaining, whatever you gain, if you spread, Allah gives you more.